Welcome, Capricorns, to your weekly energy update, and we're looking at the week of July 17th through the 24th. And this week I'm bringing in this beautiful selenite crystals to help us. So, selenite promotes peace and calm and like mental clarity, just overall well-being. With all this energy that's going on in the world right now, I was just really nudged to bring all this in to help us with those steps to kind of get back that mental peace and overall well-being. So we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Messenger Oracle, and all the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. But we'll start off here. See what advice Spirit and the Creator have for you. Just what area of your life or whatever around your well-being and your mental clarity. So for our Capricorns, what would you like them to know about their mental clarity, their well-being, calmness? Okay, this one right here is the one they want. And you've got love that you are different. Love that little rabbit there. Beautiful card. And we'll put that right here. So embracing your uniqueness instead of fearing that you're not fitting in some way. And this says you have strengths and weaknesses, and both are worthy of love. Wow. Know them, honor them, and do not heed those who tell you that you must change in order to fulfill their expectations of you. Wow, I love this. You will never be who others expect you to be. You can only be the unique individual you are meant to be. So love that you are different, for it is your differences and loving those differences that make you truly beautiful. Wow. I am loving that. So I don't know if there's anything I can add to that, really. It's just, especially that reinforcing that you will never live up to anyone's expectations. None of us will, right? They always say you can't please any of the people, all the time or something like that. I just always know that you can't please any one person all of the time, and you can't please all of the world at any time. So it's like, live your life. And they're telling me an example of when I was growing up and when I first attempted growing facial hair. I went into work after, I think I was on vacation for like a week, and I came back, and so it had been 10 days since anyone saw me, and I had a little attempt of a goatee going in, and I thought you thought that I had, broken the law, because I had so many people have so many different opinions. Some people are like, oh, I like you better, freshly shaven. Other people are like, oh, you should just have a mustache. Someone says you should have a full beard. And I'm like, oh, maybe you should just have handlebars, those long sideburns. And, everyone had a different opinion. And I realized that I wasn't going to be able to please all of them. And so I was going to please myself. What do I want? Because someone's going to be upset, with your choice. So I love that. We're also going to pull from the Sacred Forest Oracle, see what else they want to add. All right, so for our Capricorns, what else would you like to add to this, please? All right, this one right here. And you've got stability, earth spirit. Imagine that, Capricorns. You've got earth energy, which is you're an earth element. That's card number 14. We'll put that one over here. It says, in the lazy quietude of a warm summer afternoon, you recline on the soft moss on the forest floor and listen to the heartbeat of the earth. Her rhythmic cadence surges up from the ground beneath you. With each beat, you remember who you are and what is truly important in life. the unique you, right? So the strengthening, grounding energy of the earth is filling every part of you. It goes on to say it's time to take measure of your life and put your roots down. Assess who you are and where you are. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you feel secure and stepping forward. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. This card can also indicate that you aren't grounded and you need to create more stability in your life. Think things through before you take action. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Strength is growing within you. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so, but it's not a time to take risks. The earth spirit provides the trees, the plants, the flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us with her bounty. She is stable and strong in her devotion to us. You're supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. So the spirit of the earth says, be present in the moment. Slow down and let go of the busyness and frenetic pace of life. Explore your roots. Honor your past. Go deep. Reflect on your life. And that is great. I mean, these two cards really work very well here. It's like when you feel like you're not living up to everyone's expectations and you're trying to live up to all these expectations in the outside world, you do feel unstable because that's what happens. That outside world is unstable. A lot of people's expectations of you even contradict each other. I want you to be happy. I want you to be serious. I want you to be, a clown. I want you to be sad. It's like everyone has this who you are supposed to be, and that's exhausting, right? All these trying to live up to all those expectations. And when you define yourself by everyone else's opinion, you feel unstable because their opinion is unstable. You know how it is. One day someone's feeling great and happy and they think you're, the shizit, right? But the next day they're not feeling good. They didn't sleep well. And so they're cranky and emotional and everything you do is wrong. It's like you feel unstable because that opinion can change any second. We're going to dig in more here too through these Tarot of Dreams. We'll see what else Creator and Spirit want to add. All right, so what else for our Capricorns, please? What else would you like them to know? Okay. Those. And that one. All right. So we'll put these right here for now. And we'll start with this one. So 5 of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the 5 of Swords is this conflict type of energy in the beginning. So conflicting thoughts, conflicting expectations, like I was talking about before. And a lot of this card brings this message of, our human creates all these expectations based on the popular opinions of everyone when we're growing up, and we're taught that this situation is supposed to mean that. When this happens, you're supposed to feel this way. So we have all these expectations that build up on what things mean and how we're supposed to feel. They become our habit because we're constantly reinforced over and over and over again in our lives. And so we have these small t truths of the human opinion that we think are the end all be all of how things are supposed to be. And so we try to maintain those over and over and over and over and over again. And we'll even battle, right? That's where that conflict comes in. That's where disappointment comes in, because we're trying to prove that our small t truths are more truer than these other people's small t truths. They believe this. No, we believe that. It's like this, all the political stuff that's going on in the world, all the racial stuff that's going on in the world, all the beliefs around disease and war and all that stuff, all the conflict, all that energy I was talking about before, is originated in here. This is battle, 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 battle. But as you connect more to your inside, to the true you stop, and when you realize everyone's unique in their own way and that they don't have to live up to your expectations, when you free yourself from living under this little law of all these rules that everyone has been implementing on you, you release yourself and you release everyone else too. So we'll see what else you have here. Yeah. Emperor. So taking back your own life, not feeling like you're under the rule of everyone else. You are freeing yourself from all of that, and you are becoming that emperor. Because an emperor has like two sides to them. You can be a loving emperor who is loving to everyone else because they're full of love. And so because they are loving, they are loved back. They're giving of themselves. They're giving of the kingdom's riches to all the kingdom, because it knows that when the kingdom is feeling whole and complete and successful and blessed, that they can do so much to impact the world in such positive ways. But each of us also has that little human child inside of us, right? And when that little child feels unsafe, feels unstable and out of control, it freaks out. It sounds an alarm. It goes into fight or flight mode and does anything it can in a very reactive, animalistic type of way, usually unloving, because it is acting self-preservation. So it'll do whatever it needs to do to feel back in control, even by taking other people's control away from them, or doing whatever it needs to feel safe again. And so that transforms this loving emperor into a tyrant, into a dictator instead. And so you see the two different sides of the life that comes in when you're fearing disappointing everyone else by not living up to their expectations. You have this dictator. You're trying to control everything in your life, and you're exhausted because you can't control that stuff outside of you. That's the uncontrollable. But then you return back to the love that you have inside you, that unconditional love. Then you become this loving emperor, and you start ruling your life through love instead. Speaking of which, you have the King of Cups. Cups are your emotions. He has the Holy Grail, which is full of the unconditional love. The King is the highest emotion that you can experience, which means you have obtained unconditional love. So this is the ruler of unconditional love here. And it also means you have a strong control over your emotions as you go through this experience. And I love how this card mentioned you are safe. And when you come to that place, when unconditional love becomes the foundation of who you are, that capital T truth, then you don't worry about trying to prove all the small t truths of fear, because those are the illusion, right? Yeah, because then you have the Five of Wands. So this is this change and this transformation of energy here. You got both 5 and 5, which 5s are the number of change. And you can see here, they start off looking like, oh my gosh, this looks like more conflict, right? This is the energy. Wands is your energy. It's your drive, ambition, passion, but it's the overall energy of the situation too. And it starts off looking like this little kung fu battle where they're all trying to hurt one another. And eventually in this little story, one person remains barely standing, the other 4 are exhausted, laying on the ground. And you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Is he going to just, totally kill them or something? And then they all start laughing. And you're like, what is going on here? And they help each other up, and they all just walk buddy, buddy, buddy back down the path to the monastery meal hall. And you realize that they weren't trying to hurt one another and kill one another. That is those are the emotions of fear. What happens is your energy changes with all of this, where you realize that they were fellow brothers and sister Buddhist monks in a monastery, helping each other train to improve their skills. So it moves from an energy of fear to an energy of love, like we were talking about with that emperor. So that's perfect. And then you have the Page of Swords. Swords are your, like we talked about here, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. The page is new thoughts, new beliefs coming in with all of this. So you definitely have this ability where you are changing your mind about things. You're changing your belief about yourself. You're changing your belief about others and the world and how it works as you connect to the love, the unconditional love instead, the stability. You do feel safe. You're not depending your life upon things outside of your control. So you're realizing that. And then your final card, yes, 10 of Wands. And we already talked about wands, right? Being your passion, your energy. This is the burden that you have been having, trying to live up to everyone's expectations. All that energy invested on the outside has become such a burden. But this is good news. 10s are endings and new beginnings. So you are ready to let that go. You're ready to move into something completely different. You're ready to take this energy back instead of investing it in all that, trying to herd all those cats that are out there and wasting your energy. You're bringing all that energy back into you, into your power. And so, you really, this is a very great card to look at for that, because this is like, in fact, I kind of want to do it in this light where it seems so bright. This is your energy, this powerfulness. You're glowing literally from feeling all that energy returned to you that you were investing and trying to control things outside of your control, trying to be someone who you're not, and really embracing this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that you really are, ready to express this unconditional love within you in a very unique and beautiful way in your life. So I'm loving this spark, this transformation that's happening within you, and especially this freeing, this changing of this energy, this release of this energy. You're just going to be like, oh my gosh, where did all this, I have all this, passion to do stuff now, whereas before you just felt under so much pressure, investing so much energy into a black hole that wasn't returning anything to you, which is what the outside world is. When you're trying to change everyone out there, all that energy just is being sent into a black hole, because the only person that you can change is you. And if you want to change the world, you're not going to change it through changing people's minds, because no one likes people trying to change their minds. Because what changes the world is the change of heart, and we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So as you connect to this beautiful unconditional love within you, then you share that and basically lead by example of expressing unconditional love out into the world. And that is what sparks people's hearts, and they start changing from the inside out. So I love this message for you this week. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of them and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things just makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy. It wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information's listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Capricorns, as you go through this empowering week, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.